Abuzuya makwaba edeba de POG political media so said dan yen no se agye adwase ya na kyese o my Ghana ho nsem political issues ne bi na yen so ya bobo no se edeba be so me POG abedwafo ene o my Ghana no so azimi ho de echo ene de ba o my Ghana political highway so na oyo fufuro na so subscribe ya ene de kwa so am so be drop subscription na also wetimi a share na episode din komo fa jumedi ho so a obetimi so abo e the comment section on also wetimi edi nkomo na yebo e the right nsem ma na chese yebo e the right attorney general any case Boahene case no so ono so be na simply so conference ono so be edi two dwa se sa opani Boahene sika bi so wetimi afa ne nsa se a chese ono so edi akogege japade a chese ono na busua enso etimi enjoy na we na Attorney General anya so obe kan no kan kwa sebi otumre echesi a chese ono so the evidence eba ya ye de Boahene enso kogina court to them na sensema and also eba na say nkoma no so asase eba media no so chese Boahene any legal team enso pese omo play some rough game bi a chese omo so timi discredit Attorney General say the be citizens no enso betimi lose hope ewo ensem bia Attorney General enso de be abeto dwa say the be ebenam so amom so etimi win sa case ya and so down mountain winner we na Attorney General Ayíní enso aba abedi nkomo enso de afa sans ensem omo so enam so chirem se Boahene case no some evidence bi o ha and also etimi Ayíní free in office one we na wabegina simpio so achrom say evidence bi anyara na mum or details are evidence more say or the ba the next meeting and answer the next session or quarter and sure judges form so etis as mean so behwe so etimi e de na hye afiase a no so anya asem keto amere say bejebre ni abo e de rasa issue ni mi last.
Now you see there's something happening. This story about Educhum. About Educhum. Sorry. This story about Boahene. There's this agenda. Boahene in the team, no. Almost per se, almost 30. Now, agenda on person almost certain and say they want to malign the Attorney General. They want to discredit the Attorney General. Senebeya, when the Attorney General comes out to speak on this Educhum issue, no, every time they go to court and Attorney General tries to brief the nation, no, they are trying everything possible to make sure, say, on minor team, no, we will not trust the Attorney General. Until the moment they trust for the Attorney General, no, Akuffo pay. Whatever the Attorney General will touch or do, no, we will not have his support, or he will not have our support. Until what they are trying to do is say, Boahene winning the legal team attaching the no. They want to make sure say sa respect no any belief na Ghana for your war Attorney General ni no. They want to try and split it now because they need the public sympathy. Now before you can get public sympathy, the opponent now when you need to discredit the opponent. Now Akyeaa any sankofo who say so say Attorney General no age na court boot for boot, fact to factor. And yeah, they be more than 5 months. Boahene will be jailed. Now, what they want to do now, and they say, they want to malign the Attorney General. Some good anymore say. Say, sa confidence na Ghana for your Attorney General. Some we free ho. Now, the moment to make sa confidence they free ho no, then the Attorney General becomes like Assembly of Kebiano in Kuta weight. Then it makes them rather look like they are the credible ones. And it's a West Stadia. Every time psychologically on say case or court, every time we are in any country or in any case, the prosecutor say on it obiko court na accuse the prosecutor every court pia. So we study every time no any pana accusing no the lawyers no they psychologically they want the cameras to see that things are going on well in the courtroom. It's a psychological thing. So what's the idea? Obia yedena ko court bia no. especially when the Attorney General takes somebody to court. Someone exit court number bar. The Attorney General's body language is the same all the time because the Attorney General is not supposed to show anything like he's upset, he's happy, he's excited about something. The Attorney General needs to be seen as an Attorney General who is basically prosecuting, who is basically doing his job. Now, what the accused normally do, then they say, when they exit court, they want the people watching them to believe, say, our body language in the say they are doing good in court. But so we study story now, you will see, say, at the end of the day, the accused, majority of the time, they are put in jail. Now, it's psychological. And what they do, and they say, so I'm here, sana, utifina, or show moi. Or say, hey, and then they do Boahene lawyer and P and all sister power. They say, koye pa, do Boahene case. Attorney General is not fighting an individual. Attorney General is the nation's lawyer. In the Attorney General he's not supposed to be smiling. He's not supposed to be showing any emotions. Attorney General is supposed to tell you what happened in court and walk. Because the Attorney General has a lot of dockets on his table. And yet, Edu Boahene case on the table. So it is not about Edu Boahene's case. Never want to be say he is a fancy Attorney General. Say they're not Godfrey Dame. What Godfrey Dame used to do was that he would call his own media. He will tell them to wait for him. He will come out of the court and do politics. Until the moment these people who have been accused, they know that their back is on the wall. No? What they do is, when they exit court, they make you or they create the impression, say, they are doing well in court. Because one, when they create that impression, Emma said the Attorney General is not doing anything. And that is what Edu Boahene or the lawyer Akyeaa, that is the game they are playing. And unfortunately, they have some people too who are helping them in the media space to do that to the Attorney General's office. Now, you're sorry, Attorney General's office has not lost any evidence in ongoing Edu Boahene trial. And yet, the Deputy Attorney General and the case also with Srimsai, or say, Omatitin Semi say, Edu Boahene and the lawyers say, document Attorney General say, or they be bought the case, mobile, a prosecutor Edu Boahene, Edu Boahene lawyers, any Edu Boahene Akkuffo in the media space near Edu Boahene Nankasa say, documents no pages in Kwabe it says Saira. When they say something is missing, what does it mean? Yaka say Bibia ira. Nasi yaka say I don't say Bibi kuta obi. No ka say adewe ira. Nasi osaka say adewe I don't want you to know what is in it. Are they the same thing? Semikuta card and I say spa card say atwi. Na so busam say e dey na kuta we na meka say memfa nkirewa. Does it mean card in them nsem na ira? Now let's go listen to Edu Boahene lawyers. Maybe I'm not sure Ghana. These are the lawyers of Edu Boahene. Mr. S, Mr. P. All right.
And thank you so much for staying with us. To some other story, counsel to embattle former National Signals Bureau boss, Governor Edu Boahene, lawyer Samuel A.Akyeaa has taken on the Deputy Attorney General, Justice Srimsai, insisting that the AG failed to disclose over 80 pages of the Signals Bureau's account details in court. There has been public assertion that a key evidence in the trial of Edu Boahene has got missing at the Attorney General's department. But the Deputy AG, in a statement, refuted the claim, insisting all relevant documents have been filed in court. Here are excerpts of his statement.
The Deputy AG, Justice Srimsai, in a post on his X account said the Attorney General's office has not lost any evidence regarding the ongoing Republic vs. Edu Boahene criminal trial. He then goes ahead to list the various documents they have filed on the matter as of June 18, which includes evidence of contract for sale, bank wire transfer records, bank account statements, company registration documents, property ownership records and purchase receipts, Interpol stolen vehicle records, a flowchart of the money movement through what he describes as a complex web of bank accounts, and testimonies of our 3 witnesses. All that of these documents have also been served on all the accused persons, and so it is not true that any of the documents have gone missing. The Deputy AG says before the legal vacation on July 31, the first 3 witnesses had been cross-examined by lawyers of the 3 of the 4 accused, which means that lawyer of the last accused is yet to do that cross-examination. But he is hopeful that they will return to continue when the legal vacation is over by the middle of October.
Well, reacting to the AG's response, the lawyer A.Akyeaa refuted his position, insisting that there were at least 80 pages missing from the account details filed to the court.
Whether we are entitled, that is what the law says. It's a constitutional requirement. Article 19, fair trial. The fair trial requirement is that you shouldn't withhold information which should aid the innocence of the accused person.
Right.
Because the Attorney General is not a persecutor. An Attorney General is supposed to hold the scales of justice even. And when the evidence should inure to the benefit of the accused persons, the Attorney General is bound by law to divulge it to the court. And in fact, it is unprofessional for an Attorney General to withhold exculpatory evidence from the court.
I am quite curious to know, do you have any idea what exact document is alleged to have gone missing in this case?
Oh, in the first instance, the Attorney General withheld, about 83 pages of a bank statement that the Attorney General has filed before the court. So you could see a deficit of evidence by what the Attorney General filed before the court. So we call for the difference. Now, where is the rest of the pages relating to the bank statement you filed? And the judge blocked it. The judge didn't want them to bring it. This is where we are. As a fact, these are all facts if you have journalists following this story. And that's why we've appealed the decision of the judge, that the judge should not block evidence that the accused persons require to prepare their defense, and even use those pieces of evidence to cross-examine the witnesses.
Now, what A.Akyeaa, he is the lawyer for Edu Boahene. So what tie ne kasemu a oyusu brofubi oyusu withheld and disclose. The reporting, from the beginning of the reporting, they said the Attorney General failed to disclose. A.Akyeaa's statement in his interview, or said the Attorney General has withheld some documents. Now, as a journalist, I'm a Tehano. From what A.Akyeaa just said in that interview, they're not all can say Attorney General file document be. Na sa document no, ni nyina ka document a yedi ebua ni nipa no e court. Na sa document ni bi no sebio e was Attorney General no e de ma omo so na omo so hwem e bi say e document a eno so e be boa omo so momo yi nsem ya no a ni nyina ka process no ho a e was e boa. Na sa nkrata no sa Attorney General pese o de be kire omo na so momo say nkrata we bi no eni sa nkrata ni mu a omubuefu judge no efri say na nka say judge no hye Attorney General say sankrata ne de omu pese omu hu. Where in this does it justify say Attorney General document no file no ayera? Where why should a journalist or anybody sit on radio and say Attorney General document or submitting or court the documents are missing? Because there's a difference between you withholding the document, you not disclosing the document, and the document be missing. It is some time, you see, there are some things we do. In Akuffo, they want to what A.Akyeaa and the team no person we say. They want to malign the Attorney General good anymore to the point say bedroom baby no after omaka say what trust the Attorney General no mamu jinindi, and they are misquoting, misplacing, misspelling, and they are deliberately defining facts wrongly. Uti A.Akyeaa interview na or the man joy for na. There was nowhere in the interview A.Akyeaa
someone like you media message so with me I drop like na someone subscribe to a POG political media as well, and the also bet me I drop subscription now share no for so answer so at me account so who the echo and the eba I want my Ghana political stream so now yes I thought to see the come question we eyes a war movie no be a falcon so bet me afa so as me dey din kunim e was Akyeaa na sa Akyeaa me say me chairman bia sa 30s we ehun hia and am say aba wa be di o my sika na say aba evidence aba no so e trace where this kana any kwan so play 30s bia e so gina brand e say bema na also timi face e law no na say emra no so any timi di said e say and said e fata na say japade no na anase sika na so anase state properties now and also betimi we di wakache no e betimi so retrieve na boa na o man Ghana etimi akoso be say beto so the issue no with us
Really say the documents are missing. Akyeaa feels from his part on any councils no and now on any legal team feel say the Attorney General is he withheld some documents. He doesn't want to disclose them. There are so many reasons why maybe the Attorney General feels at this moment, I don't want to disclose. Maybe there is another person who is willing and ready to give more documents that will make his case, those particular documents, more solid. So, for all you know, even there might be somebody involved in the case who is pleading or bargaining to provide more to support that part of the document. The Attorney General has a strategy. You, the accused lawyer, you have your strategy. All that you have to do is to let the court know. Because I don't think, say, I am rapampi, say, document to be, the person is withheld now, or the person withholds the document. You cannot find a law to get the person to release the document. That does not mean the documents are missing. Say you Akyeaa tomorrow, you decide to go to court, and some of the documents that you have filed, you decide to hold on to it. The Attorney General knows the processes he can use through the court to get you to release those documents. That does not mean those papers that you are holding back, or those documents you are holding back, those documents are missing. So why would anybody sit, or why would anyone go on TV and say or report that the Attorney General's documents are filing 86 pages or something? There's a difference between missing and you not disclosing, or you holding on to a document. You see, and that is what the media sometimes, Akkuffo, because we are not helping the system. Until the court comes out to tell us, say, these documents are missing. Nobody in Ghana today can say a document in this trial is missing. The Attorney General might have his own strategy. He might decide to hold some documents. He might decide to delay something because maybe he's waiting for something. So if I don't add this document, I know that I can slow down the process and get what I need to make sure my case is clean cut. It could be a strategy of the Attorney General. So how can people just go out there and start screaming and making it look like, say, documents in a good table so and it will be far a crime and it will Attorney General office and it will court and also start documenting free move, because no, it's not. This is not cantata. This is not comedy. This is law. The Attorney General is not supposed to show his cards. If you think you are a good lawyer, Akyeaa, and you can get Attorney General to show his cards, use the law to force him to show his cards. The game is playing with you. And I'm very sure you, Akyeaa, there are some documents you are withholding. You don't want Attorney General to know because you know you want to use it later to make a case for your client. So if an Attorney General is telling you that use the law to get this document from me, has Attorney General gone wrong? What will make somebody say, Attorney General, the documents are missing? Why would anybody make that statement? Listen to Akyeaa again. And you see, sometimes these things, they are worrying.
Boahene, thank you so much for staying with us. From the account details filed to the court.
Whether we are entitled, that is what the law says. It's a constitutional requirement. Article 19, fair trial. The fair trial requirement is that you shouldn't withhold information which should aid the innocence of the accused person.
Right.
Because the Attorney General is not a persecutor. An Attorney General is supposed to hold the scales of justice even. And when the evidence should inure to the benefit of the accused persons, the Attorney General is bound by law to divulge it to the court. And in fact, it is unprofessional for an Attorney General to withhold exculpatory evidence from the court.
I am quite curious to know, do you have any idea what exact document is alleged to have gone missing in this case?
Oh, in the first instance, the Attorney General withheld about 83 pages of a bank statement that the Attorney General has filed before the court. So you could see a deficit of evidence by what the Attorney General filed before the court. So we call for the difference. Now, where is the rest of the pages relating to the bank statement you filed? And the judge blocked it. The judge didn't want them to bring it. This is where we are. It's a fact. These are all facts if you have journalists following this story. And that's why we've appealed the decision of the judge, that the judge should not block evidence that the accused persons require to prepare their defense, and even use those pieces of evidence to cross-examine the witnesses who are being called.
So, Akyeaa in his own words, or see, you should not withhold, or see, the first law, you should not withhold. So, if it is a law, or if there is a law that you cannot withhold documents, then it means there is a law that you can apply to make sure the person releases the document. So what is stopping Akyeaa? Journalistic, I say, can you tell me how many of the documents are missing? The journalist was saying missing, but Akyeaa was using the word what? The word disclose. The journalist was saying that, can you tell me how many of the pages are missing? But Akyeaa did not use the word missing. Akyeaa was using the word withhold, withheld, disclose. So at this point, Akyeaa, if he knows the law, he knows the buttons to press for the judge to force Attorney General to release those documents. So why is this whole thing so complicated? And we are making it look like, say, Attorney General assistant documents because we're losing case. Why are we allowing mediocrity to enter into our level of thinking? Because I just say, you lower your one to the point to say, to me, we don't want to think out of the box now. Sometimes when these things happen, we need to take our time and analyze. They are withheld. You see, when you hear withheld, when you hear withhold, when you hear disclose, when you hear a word like those things, they mean something. In law, they mean something. When you hear missing, it also means something. When something is missing, you don't know the whereabouts of the document. It is basically gone. When somebody is withholding, you know where the thing is. You know it is in the possession of Asimesi. When somebody fails to disclose, it is in his possession. It doesn't want to show you. If it is missing, it is gone. You need to go search. But in this case, Akyeaa knows where the documents are. That is why he's using the word withheld or withhold or disclose. So it means the Attorney General, as we speak, Akyeaa knows he has the documents. Akyeaa needs to find a way to get the documents. So why are you making this so complicated? Why are we making this thing so complicated? And we make everything so complicated in Ghana. And these are simple things. Now, so Busamia, the strategy of MPP ni Akyeaa, I'm going to say, I want person to find a way, no more we need public sympathy. They want to lie to the public and force the public to believe them instead of the Attorney General. And they are getting some people to help them. I don't care. Now, me, I respect the laws of the land. Anytime we free America, try plane tickets. Me name me ready member me for business at the bar Ghana. About the court, the highest court of the land. Ebebo me muka say, Your Highness, I am here because I respect the laws of this country. Now, I want to trust the Attorney General, and I know every single Ghanaian, we all want to trust the Attorney General and also trust the process. So, Busamia, I would suggest that when court resumes, Attorney General should respectfully plead with the court to telecast Addo Boahene's case live on TV. I would suggest to the Attorney General, respectfully, so that the misinformation, maligning, and deliberate disinformation in the system, no, we will all witness what is happening in court. So I will plead with the Attorney General because I believe and trust in the Attorney General's office. And Ayíní, everybody knows his track record. And he has sworn to make sure, say, he's going to be firm. Now, we all want to know what is happening in court. Now, I will plead with the Attorney General. When the court resumes, the Attorney General should respectfully write to the Chief Justice and ask the Chief Justice or the judge sitting on the case that, you know something, this is a case of national interest. In fact, I don't want Ghanaians to be contemplating. I don't want Ghanaians to be assuming. I don't want Ghanaians to be sitting and speculating. I want Ghanaians to be part of this conversation. I want Ghanaians to be part of this prosecution. I want Ghanaians to be part of this whole process. So, respectfully, I want the Attorney General to plead with the judge for this case to be heard on live television for you and I to see what is happening in that courtroom. You will see. And let me tell you, say Attorney General no Ekache court is up a case way, you to TV so de bia Atachia and then call for the back say no, I'm telling you today. They will reject that. And at that point, you will see who wants transparency and who doesn't want transparency. You get what I mean? It's as simple as that. I would suggest to the Attorney General, Yani Ghana for, we want to be part of this prosecution. It's a high-profile prosecution. We want to be part of it. From the beginning of this regime, the Attorney General, you have always briefed us every single time, every step you take. You have been on TV, and we appreciate it. This particular case, there are some people who basically want to distract. They want to malign your outfit. There are some people in the system, one person will go for political reasons. I will respectfully tell you or suggest to you that Attorney General, we want this case to be on live TV. We want you to put this case on live TV. We want to hear what you say in court. We want to also hear what Akyeaa's case is in court. We want to know. Then we will decide for ourselves who is actually stalling this case. Because I have this great deep feeling that Akyeaa them, they know Edu Boahene will be jailed. What they are doing is they are playing with the hearts of Ghanaians. They obviously Ghana for Jimmy. So what Akyeaa is doing now, Akyeaa was sacked by one of his clients recently. The only job Akyeaa has is taking money from this boy. And when I say taking money, he's using this case to get paid. So Akyeaa will do anything to get paid. Inti, I was here to say Akyeaa no, or no idea all your way no, ne retirement benefits and all you know. Whatever he would do to keep this case going for long, for him to be paid, he will do it. And that is what he's doing. And that is the strategy that Akyeaa has adopted. In the West Study Akyeaa, he does not even want this case to move. Every day he's stalling the case. Now they are using some people to make it look like Attorney General does not want the case to go. We want the Attorney General to plead with the court that we want this case to be shown live on TV. The day Attorney General will plead with a judge to show this case on TV, Akyeaa will oppose that.
Said I da okay home na yebo edibra jumedi mze POG Media there ebano Ghana authentic political updates are POG personal sabetimi aka na also wetimi ho de echo ene de eba o my Ghana emu na make sure so subscribe so that obejo post subscription now I hit the notification bell na also wetimi share no for so and so etimi aka na episode din komo so abetimi so abo edibra the comment section na also wetimi din komo na POG Media brand beba na yon so yaba be ma ho e mo me da say so jebre de ma POG bezesha